This video is going to go over the operator login features of RadioLog. That lets you keep track of who is at the keyboard whenever a given call came in case there's a need to go back later and clarify any of the wording. So the first place you're going to see the operator login features is when you first start the program, which is why we're starting from scratch here. And you double click to run RadioLog. The first form you see is the same as always, no recent changes here. It's asking you what the incident name is, so we're just going to hit OK on that. This is the new form, the operator login form. So up at the top, it's going to tell you who's currently logged in. And then below the line, it's going to ask you who the incoming operator is. Two choices on how to specify the incoming operator. It can either be a known operator, that's someone who has been signed into RadioLog on this computer before, or a first-time operator, that's someone who's not been signed into RadioLog on this computer before. No password required, no connection to your Windows login, no connection to your internet login for any reason. It's just simply keeping track of a name of who's driving the program. So right now, this is the first time I'm running it on this computer, so there are no known operators. You can see by pulling that form there. So we have to enter a first-time operator. So let's make up a name here. And when we've entered all those fields, we go ahead and click to log in. So what happened there is his initials and call sign show up in this silhouette picture at the top right. And every new entry is going to have an additional column on the far right of the entry containing the initials of who was at the keyboard when that entry came in. So let's say a new entry comes in when Joe's driving the computer. We'll see both in the main table up top and the team tables below the additional entry with his initials at the far right. So let's say now you want to change operators. If you need to get up for a spell for a few minutes, or if it's a shift change, go up to the silhouette at the top right and you just left click that once to bring up the same login form. As before, up at the top it tells you who's currently logged in, that's Joe, and you have the same options of how to sign in someone new. Now you notice the known field is still blank. That's because it doesn't list the current operator in this known field, and there's no one else other than the current operator. So we still have to add another first-time operator. So we'll make up someone else here. Hit OK to log them in. Notice the initials and the call sign changed up here. Automatic entry indicating the name of who just signed in. And if a new entry comes in on their watch, it will have those new initials over at the far right, both in the team tabs and the main table up at the top. So let's say it's time to shift change again back to the first operator. Left click that silhouette at the top right. This time you can try the known operator pull down. There is a known operator who's not currently logged in, so we're just going to left click to select him. When you select a known operator, the rest of the fields get grayed out because you don't need to type anything there. So we're going to hit login to log that first operator back in. Our silhouette name and call sign changed again. We get this automatic new entry when someone new gets logged in, and all the entries going forward will contain that new operator's initials. So it's a good idea to get in the practice of, as an outgoing operator, even if you just need someone to take your spot for a few minutes, go ahead and left click that silhouette at the top right to bring up this form before you get up. So now you can get up and leave, and the incoming operator will automatically be prompted to log themselves in. Otherwise, it might be hard to remember to do so. The other thing is this program works just fine if no one ever logs in at all. You may have noticed when you first started the program, up at the top right, the silhouette was full of question marks, meaning no one's logged in. You can hit cancel on this form the first time it pops up, anytime it pops up. You can run the whole program just fine with no one logged in. You'll just see a lot of question marks in the right-hand column. And there is a configuration option in case your team doesn't want to use this operator login feature set at all. Okay, that covers all of the details. Thanks.